Hello and welcome back to Radiant Dawn 0% Growths. We are on Chapter 1-4 and we are taking our first trip into the base. And that means we get to see the MVPs and, well, I don't think any of this will surprise you. Edward, Nolan, Soth. Yeah. So, as with my Path of Radiance playthrough, I will just be doing base stuff off-screen general, so I will be right back with that. Okay, so we've got a couple things to go over. First of all, I did the Edward Nolan support, which doesn't really come into play too much in this chapter, but it's better than nothing, although I wouldn't be surprised if I end up breaking it later on. Unlike how valuable it can normally be in Part 1. I'm not expecting great things from it, given how fragile Edward is. Then we've got, and how lacking his offenses. I took Cancel off of Leonardo and gave it to Soth. Most of the other skills are not really, like, redistributable usefully at this point, but Cancel on Leonardo is pretty useless. It's speed activated for Soth, so yeah, it's something. He's mostly enemy phasing, so it's not a whole lot, but it's something. And then in terms of items, I got Soth, the Beast Killer, of course, very necessary for this chapter. Also forged him a knife. Doesn't come up too much in this chapter, but definitely something we're going to want anyway. For whatever reason you can't forge daggers in Radiant Dawn, I would actually probably prefer to forge a dagger and just have a bronze knife right now, but, well, maybe not. I don't know. There's a fair number of ranged enemies in the next chapter, but not Chapter 4, I mean Chapter 5, but anyway, that's the option that we have, so that's what we did. And then I also got Nolan an Iron Axe, because, you know, that means that he doesn't get slowed down and won't get doubled, which is pretty important. The only other thing I wanted to mention is bonus XP. So, unlike in Path of Radiance, where bonus XP levels are just regular levels, in Radiant Dawn you are guaranteed 3 stat points exactly, unless you have too many stats capped for that to be possible. Which obviously isn't a concern for us here. And that actually means that even though, like, for instance, Micaiah has 100% strength growth and 0% in everything else, but she still will gain 3 stat points if I BXP level her. Which means that BXP levels are against the rules, because that it would just break the whole, like, 0% growths notion. So all we can do with BXP is like this kind of thing, where you BXP somebody to level 99, or you BXP somebody from level 20 to level 21, i.e. into promotion. Not super relevant right now. We don't have very much BXP anyway. Like, I guess I can give Micaiah a couple levels, but like Nolan, you know, for instance, I can barely even give, like, I can't even give him a full level. Barely give him like a third of a level. So yeah, it's we don't have a lot of BXP right now anyway, but just for future reference, that's how that works. Okay, I think that covers everything. So here we are on Chapter 4, and it is a route map in which we fight a bunch of Lagoos, who are quite scary. We have a bunch of Tigers who generally have 12 speed and 24 to 26 damage. 26 damage is enough to one-shot a whole lot of people. Edward, Ilyana, Laura, Leonardo. And, well, 12 speed is enough to double Meg, so effectively one round KO Meg. Oh, and Micaiah, of course. 24 does the same thing, except it doesn't one-shot Ilyana. Ilyana survives with 1 HP, which is actually relevant. And then there's some cats who have 14 speed and generally about 18 attack. And so they double everyone except Ilyana, Soth, and Edward, but they don't deal as much damage, so Aaron and Nolan can survive that. I think, yeah, Meg actually can survive that as well. And I mean, and Ilyana can too, I guess. So yeah, that's the situation. There's also We got Pain and Agony, the bosses. Agony is a tiger with 14 speed, so super scary. And then there's a bunch of stuff going on with like the map and the terrain. So first of all, there's some chests. There's a Seraph Robe in here. There's 3,000 gold in here, and there's a Pure Water in here, and then there's some hidden items. There's a Master Seal here. There's a coin here, and then there's a Beast Foe here. There was also a coin on the previous chapter. I didn't mention it because it doesn't matter. Yeah, in general, Radiant Dawn has a lot of hidden items. Usually there's at least like a coin on pretty much every chapter until like part 4. And in addition to that, there's some sand tiles up here which are actually relevant. They slow everyone down except for Transform Lagoos. So it's pretty not obvious looking at the map that that's what that is. Then there's also these breakable walls here. There's these holes here, which are, again, like a little bit not obvious just to look at that that's impassable terrain, but it is. The healing jars, where you stand next to them and heal HP. Just like a lot of interesting terrain stuff going on here. And then there's the wolf statues at the top, which I mentioned in my level design review, because they're cool. I like them. It's just like a nice touch given what happens in the story after this. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is chip this guy with Micaiah, and the reason for that is that Soth does not one-shot enemies does not one-shot tigers with the Beast Killer, and the Beast Killer only has 20 uses, so we want to save as many of those as possible. So that means that if we can do a little bit of damage to tigers before Soth has to fight them, then we can use one use of it instead of 2, or we hope that he crits. One of the 2. Speaking of which, Leonardo is going to chip this one so that Soth can come around here and finish him off. And then we're going to bring Aaron down here to plug up this gap. We're going to have Nolan come over here and break this wall, mostly just to have the option to fully break it later, not because we really expect to need to make use of that. And then Ilyana is going to break this wall, for reasons I will get into in a bit. So yeah, this guy will come around and finish breaking the wall. He actually does exact damage. Or no, he does 24 damage to the wall, because he has 24 attack. So if Ilyana uses the Thunder, then the wall ends up with 1 HP. Nice. Yeah, the counter crits also save weapon charges, as I mentioned, so it's definitely helpful. So the reason we had Ilyana do what she did was because then this guy comes up and stands in front of her despite being untransformed. If she was not standing here, if she was standing here, he wouldn't do that, because it's like he wants to attack her, but he can't. So you started 7 squares away, so he'll move to here because he could have attacked her if he could have transformed. So if she attacks from here, and then he won't move here, he won't move at all. Likewise, if the wall isn't broken down, he won't move at all. But since he did, we do that and get a lucky crit and take him out. We could have taken him out with Leonardo, so it's not. I want to say taking him out with that crit is not necessary, but I will gladly take the crit nonetheless. Then we're gonna have Micaiah come down here and start working on taking out this cat. And we're gonna go ahead and have Laura heal up Soth, even though he hasn't taken that much damage. And then he's gonna swing around here and grab the Master Seal and prepare to enemy phase these 2 with Micaiah in support range. Now we need to finish taking out the cat. So bring Nolan down. Have him start with that, and we'll also have Edward try to finish. Good. gonna have Meg come over here, trade for the chest key that Ilyana just picked up, and then shove her forward. And the reason for that is that she can, as I mentioned earlier, survive against this guy with 1 HP. And then we're gonna have Leonardo come over and try to get the coin and fail. And Aaron's just gonna hang out here because he needs to stay on here for next turn. Wow. Okay, that's really nice. That we don't. Ooh, another counter crit. Dang. All right, let's go. I'm getting super lucky here. We don't need Ilyana to counter crit that guy. Like, we could kill him across multiple turns, but it's certainly helpful. Let's freeze up some of my units. All right, so now we're going to have Soth. Actually, let's see how best to do this. We shove. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Soth, come over here. We'll have Leonardo come over here. Shove Laura. Or come down. Heal Soth. Then we're gonna have Edward come over, shove Soth. And then we're gonna have Nolan come over and rescue Soth. And Aaron come over and take and drop Soth. The reason for all of that is because we want Soth to be in range to pick up the Beast Foe next turn, and he needs to be this far forward, and we can't hit him there with shoves because of the gaps here, so we have to do it with a rescue drop, which is why we needed both Aaron and Nolan down here, and why I would want to tank with Ilyana rather than with one of them. Anyway, so then we can get Micaiah in support range, and then we're going to have... Because Ilyana... So yeah, the whole like shove Laura down here is not what I normally would do. I would normally need to heal Ilyana, but because she counter crit this guy, I think what we want to do actually is run the chest key around here this way rather than trying to bring it up through here. If we bring it up through here, I mean, we'd have to go through the boss, so we have to wait for Soth to take him out. And then there's some reinforcements that show up turn 5 that we have to deal with as well. So... I did already trade it to Meg. What I'm wondering is, do I want to trade it to Edward and have him run it over here? He does have one more movement. Or do I want to... want to leave it on Meg and have Edward run back up here? The reason I might want to do that is because it affects where Ilyana can be positioned on like turn 5. But I think I'm going to try doing it this way. Because if this goes the way I expect it to, I think it's just not going to... What I was... like, Ilyana's position shouldn't matter too much, basically. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and have Ilyana use a vulnerary. I don't think it'll matter, but just in case... Oh, we got the coin. Excellent. No counter crit this time. That we got one though. Let's go, Soth. Alright, so now we're gonna have Micaiah come over here like so, and then we're gonna have Nolan and Aaron rescue drop her. That's gonna get her into support range for Soth. For when he takes on Agony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Agony can't move to this spot because untransformed Lagoos can't like transform and then use their movement. They have to move first, which is pretty unfortunate for them, but good news in this situation for me. We can also go ahead and heal Soth. Come around to here, get the Beast Foe. And we might as well, I guess, let me look at this. So if we can either send Edward here. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like he easily gets there. Or we can send him here this turn by shoving him with Meg. Or actually, we could shove him with Leonardo. And move Meg forward. And then next turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we only need to shove him once. Okay, yeah, so let's do that. Meg isn't gonna be able to shove him next turn anyway, right? So like she shoves him this turn, and the next turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She shoves him to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, so we can just shove with Meg. We did already trade the chest. Oh, yeah, we did trade the chest, right? Yeah, okay, so shove. We're adapting on the fly here. And let's break this wall for the hell of it. And Ilyana, I mean, we could heal her. I guess I will. In case I don't think it can matter, but if somehow that there's one of the reinforcements Tigers has 24 HP, then she can take a hit. Alright, here are the reinforcements. First of 2 waves. The second wave shows up in turn 7. Yeah, he's got 26 attack. Alright, so now what we do is we have Soth swing around to here, block the way, and then we have Micaiah move to here, get rescue dropped again to get her into support range. And Edward just make her way up like so. Oh. Laura can shove. Okay. Actually, just sort of assumed that she couldn't. Right. Well, so this guy moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've already got Ilyana as close as we can get her. Move Leonardo to here. No counter crit. The counter crit's the most likely if we have Micaiah next to Soth because of the bond support, but... Alright, so now we can go ahead and grab that money. And so now we have a decision that we can make, which is that we can end the chapter this turn by shoving Soth. So basically, if we move Soth to here, then this guy cannot reach him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does take 2 movement for him on the stand because he's untransformed. Pain can reach him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we shove Soth 1 space forward, then he takes out both of these guys in enemy phase. We end the chapter, and the reinforcements. We don't have to deal with the reinforcements. On the other hand, if we were to want to get this chest, then we would not want to shove Soth. This is, as I said, is a Seraph Robe. As much as I would like to get a Seraph Robe, I think I am just going to end the chapter now. We already got the 3,000 gold. That's pretty good. So what I'm gonna do, just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to, let's see. We want Soth there, and we ideally want Micaiah there. I'm not sure we can actually get her there though. Oh wait, before I do that, might as well do this. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I can count that correctly, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need to double shove Soth. That's right. Okay. Good thing I didn't shove Micaiah. Good thing I did not shove Micaiah. Yeah, so the reason, yeah, I was talking about the positioning of Ilyana and Leonardo. I did try in earlier runs to get the Seraph Robe, but I was just thinking through some of the issues I encountered while doing that, and just sort of decided right this moment that it's not worth it. But I'm still going to move them forward just in case something goes horribly wrong. Like Soth missing, which I have actually seen happen once with a 99% to hit. But he did not miss, and we've got another 6-turn chapter clear. Wait. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Got the wrong number there. There we go. Yeah, so we had 7 turns on chapter, or on 1P, and then we've got 6 turns for each of the first 4 chapters after that. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, Seraph Robes are nice, but generally speaking, not like the most impactful stat boosters, so hopefully I won't regret that too much. But realistically, it can cost actually an extra 2 turns to get it, because there's the 2 reinforcements that come down in those same 2 spots, and it's really hard to kill both of them without Soth killing one of them. And if Soth has to kill one of them, then that means he's not opening the chest, which means that he has to then open the chest the turn after that. So that's the reasoning. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Well, we probably won't see. I mean, I probably won't remember, I should say, whether or not that's going to make like a big difference in the playthrough. But maybe there'll be some point where I'll go, oh no, I really wish I had that Seraph Robe. Hopefully not. Either way, pretty fun chapter. I like how creative this chapter, or how much creativity this chapter requires. Like, using Ilyana to face tank a tiger, it's not exactly an intuitive move, I would say. Or like using Aaron and Nolan to like rescue drop Soth so that he can reach the beast foe because he can't shove like around that corner. Like, you know, there's just some stuff like that, and like just the maneuvering to get Micaiah into support range. Just an interesting chapter. But yeah, next up, chapter 1.5, in which we finally get another actually good unit. So look forward to that, and until next time.